I got frustrated over the roads that we were driving on, frustrated over the laws that I was hired to enforce that I couldn't enforce because they were not being amended to fix today's crime. I got frustrated over the things that was going on here in our territory when I got a Whopper bill and it was $1,000, it made me sit, almost got a stroke with it. I got frustrated, the everyday things that we have to go through here in this territory with no resolution in sight. And I decided, you know what, rather than stand aside and look on and complain, let me become a part of the fabric and try to fix it from within. And so I've thrown myself out here and I'm here asking you to consider me as one of your viable candidates for a seat in the legislature. I was born here in St. Croix, educated here in St. Croix. I have been working with the Virgin Islands Police Department just about 29 years. I currently hold a rank of Detective Sergeant. My primary duties for the last 10 years have been investigating crimes against women and children. So I've seen things that you could only imagine, things that I know we need to get fixed. And so I'm asking you for your consideration. Again, my name is Naomi Sandra Joseph. Thank you.
Good afternoon. My name is Arthur A. Joseph. I'll be a candidate on the ballot for November 4th, 2014. In 2012, I ran for a seat in the 30th legislature, and at the end of the election, I ran 9. However, the issues that I spoke about in 2012 still remain an issue today. Economic stabilization and growth. We haven't experienced much growth, and I don't think we can agree that we haven't had economic stabilization. Strengthening public safety and confidence. I think if we do a survey on the concerns of each and every citizen in the territory, you may get a different response. But I don't think we have done a good job at strengthening public safety and your confidence in public safety and improving the quality of life. I think the organization that brought us here, I first have to thank you, Peggy Moorhead, and the group that brought us here to speak to you on the concerns that affect your quality of life. Healthcare and your retirement. I think it's important that we not focus on who is to blame, but we focused on how we're going to solve the problem. We have plenty of people to blame. However, I ask you to listen carefully as we are asking you for an opportunity to serve you in the 31st legislature. And let this campaign be about issues and those who have the ability to bring solutions. I spoke about solutions from 2000 to 2004 in my talk program, and I talk about solutions today. As we go along in this forum, I'll be happy to answer any of your questions. Thank you.
Well, good afternoon, everybody, panel and fellow candidates. My name is Dwight Nicholson, and I'm an independent candidate running for Senate for 2014. I'm running basically with the intent to correct a lot of the issues that we're facing today. I was born here on St. Croix, and I was raised here on St. Croix. Okay, I went away for college. I went to Pennsylvania State University, where I got my degrees in engineering. Okay, and then I returned home. Okay, here I am working for the power utility here as WAPA. And basically for the issues that I'm looking to correct involves the economy, education, health, and energy. But what brings us here today is the plight of GERS. Okay, as many of those who have what is right is for us to keep those promises to our current retirees. Okay? But at the same time, we need to modify and make adjustments, okay, and make the system manageable for future generations. Okay? And that is the task before us today. Thank you.
Good afternoon, everyone. Good afternoon to the moderators, to my panel, distinguished panel. I want to say good afternoon to you in the audience. Those of you that may be listening will know more by viewing audience, as well as audio. We got Tony Wicks here from Callaloo. I am Nobel Francis Jr., a Democratic candidate vying for a seat in the 31st Legislature District of St. Croix. And I'm happy to be here this evening. I'm the son of Lena Francis, a health nurse who died some years ago. I'm also the son of Nobel Francis, a migrant that came here from the island of Antigua and made St. Croix his home. I was educated in the public school system. I did what most of the young men my age had done back then. I attended most of the civic organization. I was part of the Cub Scouts, the Civil Aid Patrol. I joined, I'm also a founding member of St. Croix Rescue. I graduated from St. Croix Central High School. I went on to John Jay College. I returned home, joined the Virgin Islands Police Department, where I spent the last 25 years of service. I've worked my way through the ranks. I started out as a street police officer, again walking the beat in the towns of Christiansted and Frederiksted, and worked my way up. I was a sergeant, a police lieutenant, deputy chief, as well as chief, territorial chief, assistant commissioner, and commissioner when I retired in 2011. I decided to run for a seat in the Senate because truly I'm frustrated by what I'm seeing here, and we'll be discussing a lot about that this afternoon. But I believe truly that we have gone back 40 years here in St. Croix, where other islands, specifically St. Thomas and St. John, continue to thrive. So again, I'm Nobel E. Francis Jr., and I look forward to this discussion this afternoon.